Jenna Otek to serve for the Boilers. Away we go. Edwards. There's a kill for Caitlin Noon. We're going to see that a lot today for the Boilers. She gets Purdue started. It is so loud in here right now.
It absolutely is. Indiana student section is completely filled in now.
Block on the right side. Ramelsburg was looking for the slide. Trammell was over there with the block. Here in Bloomington at Bart Kaufman Stadium. It's been a long time since this rivalry's been at full bloom. It's back. Edwards floats out long, and Purdue has the first 3 points of the match.
Especially since the Indiana team is so young, especially compared to Purdue.
Sneak attack by Hayworth. She did that 3 times on Friday.
And she comes out and she does something like that in such a big game like this, really to get her team going.
She'll go back to serve. A serve specialist too with the jump serve. She's taken the place of redshirt senior Satterbrook Westbell. Sarami the dig, over to Zuma. Right side in Cleveland. Sarami, the transfer from Florida, has been so good for Indiana. To the right side in Grace Cleveland. Edwards out of system, able to poke it back over.
Some good reflexes by Sarami.
Cleveland finally finishes. That was a wonderful point by both sides. Last one in 2019, which I was lucky enough to call with Jacob Vincent. The closest match between these two was 15-12 in the 5th set. Cleveland to check. Zumach, the overpass that goes out. They return 5-7 starters. They have not played in an atmosphere like this in their career, while Purdue, one of the most experienced teams in the country, the most experienced team in the Big Ten. Saris sends that one wide. There's only one player that's even left from 2018. That's Brianna Edwards. There's been a lot of turnover for Indiana in the first couple seasons, as you see miscommunication there by the Hoosiers. Purdue takes an early lead. Yay, All-Americans. Pretty remarkable. Bush sends it back to Cleveland. That's All-American, 2 All-American for Purdue points.
She's one that everybody can look to have a good game.
Bush, honorable mention, ABCA All-American, and Cleveland with the kill was first-team All-American in ABCA, one of the best outside hitters in the country. This time it's the slide attack from Johnson, hitting percentage, and just felt like it was a bunch of marathon points. Paula Sarami and the rest of the Hoosiers defense would not let the Spartans win.
And that's something in general that Indiana is somewhat alone, at least in this matchup here. They've gone to multiple 5-set games already this season, as opposed to Purdue, who typically either loses in 3 sets or wins in 3 sets.
6-1 lead for Purdue. Who's got it down to 3. Cleveland the tip, and that falls. Just a beautiful little dump by Grace Cleveland. They got pom-poms right in front of our camera. There's too many fans in here to fit nearly. Don't call the fire marshal. Sarami over to Zuma. Johnson tips it back over. Bush, the back set to Johnson, who's everywhere. Left side, right side, J.L. Johnson, the senior middle blocker with the kill. Ashley Zuloff continues to serve. Right side in Newton. That's Maddie Chin, excuse me. Entering this weekend, that was 7th in all of volleyball. Ramelsburg, I should say. Here's Edwards, who's been pretty quiet so far. She dumps that into the net. Did on Friday night after a rough start to the season.
Well, and it's so true that how you feel mentally transfers over to how you play on the court. You know, you can't be feeling bad and then expect or try even sometimes to go out and play your best game that you're ever going to play.
Overpass, knocked over by Trammell. Hoosiers out of system. Hayworth will just have to send it back over. Right side in Cleveland. Sarah's dug out. Indiana, though, with a net violation. That's a Boiler point. Barely a seat to be had here in Wilkinson Hall. Hayworth sneak attack. Hayworth tries again. Otek, nice save, along with Horning as well, the two liberos for Purdue. Both teams really out of system. Ramelsberg with the kill. Mentioned Ramelsberg before for IU. Savannah Colheed as Hoosiers cut it back down to 4.
And Colheed's the type of player that if she gets going, she really gets going, and she can capitalize on her own plays.
Saris a hit, attacking air. Since then, the Hoosiers have hit pretty well. Might not be enough to make up against the number 7 team in the country. A little miscommunication. Colheed just had to tip it back over. Good dig by Sarami. Dump sent long. Defensively against Michigan State, and something Steve Eric's talked about, turning defense into offense. Can we get out of system like a spot here and still get a high-quality offensive opportunity, or at least send the point back to neutral? They haven't done that yet. Good dig off the Cleveland kill. Zumock sends it long. So Hornung to serve for the Boilermakers, wearing the libero jersey today for Purdue. Edwards, dug out by Hornung. Kill, it's Newton. Don't want any chance of coming back in the first set. Otek the dig. Cleveland, there's no stopping that.
She deserved that title. You saw her find the spot in the back row of Indiana where no one was there and just put it right there, and no one had a shot.
Saris sent back. Haley Bush and J.L. Johnson teaming up.
If you're the Hoosiers, you'll take any point you can get.
Cleveland, oh my. A bullet from Grace Cleveland. Indiana student section, the Crimson Guard today. Some good signs. That's not actually true, I believe. Newton the serve. Geddes. Dug out by Hornung. Newton. Geddes take 2. Blocked by Newton. Saris will chip it over. Slide attack. Saris tries again, deflected at the net. Nice job by Newton to keep it alive. Over to Chin. Long point here. And the Hoosiers will win it. Miscommunication on the back end. Newton fell down.
And that's something that's always important to do, especially with the Hoosiers. Having, like I said before, they go 5 sets pretty often.
Johnson will finish the first set for the Boilers. Cameron Hayworth to serve to start the second set for the Hoosiers. And miscommunication, a service ace for Hayworth. Certainly one that knows this rivalry well, the native of Fishers, south of Indy, went to Fishers High. Starting for the Hoosiers in the Monon Spike game. Edwards looking for her first kill, just sent that one long.
You wonder if Edwards is maybe attacking with a bit too much power. A lot of her attempts have gone out of bounds by a significant amount. That one was a bit closer to the line, so she might be finding her way there slowly.
And Indiana out of system and confused on reception. Team in Purdue that has national championship aspirations.
Absolutely.
Zumock rejected. And another poor set hits against the net. Saris miscommunicating with Edward. Of Dallas, Texas to serve. Good dig by Hornung. Bush to right side and Chin. Up rocket. Caitlin Newton.
The points that really sneak up on you, and they might not seem huge in the moment, but they can really decide a game sometimes.
Newton out of the back row. Over to Saris. It's J.L. Johnson again. Back to serve now, native of Morrisville. About 45 minutes north of here. Saris, that one was off the antenna. Haley Bush, the setter, back to serve for the Boilers. Hayworth, back tap, not on the mark. Did not play on Friday. IU's redshirt senior setter. Nothing serious injury-wise, but now she's not playing. Hayworth, though, makes up for her mistake with a tip kill there. A little dump.
Not, it might be the rivalry, it might just be she's having a bit of an off day.
Edwards. Johnson again. No, not Johnson, actually Trammell. There's a true freshman in Purdue history. So much depth on this Purdue squad. They have 21 players, the largest roster in Purdue volleyball history. Beautiful pancake by Hayworth. Saris out of the back row. And there is Trammell. So Rami has to dig it up for Edwards. A dig by Hornung, and then Trammell finishing it off.
That one last kill where they weren't sure entirely if it was going out of bounds or not.
2008. Already a 1-0 lead here today. Hoosiers off an air timeout. And the Boilers can't keep it alive. It will go down as a kill for Colby. Hoosiers responded really well to a couple Steve Air timeouts on Friday. Straight set win over Michigan State. Newton. Edwards can't take it out.
But it's tough. They have a tendency to take it to 5 sets, which can really wear on a team, and it's hard to keep the energy for that long.
Edwards has to dump it back over. Johnson blocked by Colheed. Right side in Newton. Sarami the dig. Edwards will give it a try, and that one somehow snuck over the net and past the outstretched fingertips of Johnson. Interesting, we haven't seen a whole lot of Kaylee Ramelsberg today for IU after the first set. It's mostly been Colheed at that middle blocker position, the sophomore. Right side in Saris, and Johnson again. Indiana is learning the hard way. You do not go through J.L. Johnson. She had 7 against Ohio State on Friday night. Zumak blocked again by Johnson. Cleveland the serve, and Geddes misplays it.
You can see, especially with blocks coming in, it's hard for a team to rebound from that.
First game between Indiana and Purdue in any Big Ten sport since March 2020. Zumak rejected again. It's Johnson again teaming up with Caitlin Newton. Blocker J.L. Johnson is not letting anything through.
Well, that marks the 7th block for Purdue, or the 8th block, excuse me, of the 2 sets right now. And it's worth noting that that also marks for Indiana 15 attack errors.
Boilers letting Indiana make the mistakes today. A call stand, so net violation on Indiana. The Purdue serve. Cleveland. Over to Morgan Geddes. Good dig. That was Jenna Otek with the play. Geddes take 2, sends it long. Marissa Horning is wearing it instead, but Otek was the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year last year.
Exactly, when that shows how stacked this Purdue lineup is. You can bring in players like that and they can still have big impacts when they're not in their designated spot.
Out of system for both teams, and Indiana with another net violation against Ohio State when they got down 2-1 and were maybe playing a little bit sloppy at times. That we were just able to outlast them, Shondell said, as Saris with the kill there to finally get the side out point, stop a 7-0 run all the way to the Elite Eight, where they lost to a team that ended up winning the national championship in Kentucky in straight sets.
Bit of a misplay there on the set there.
More miscommunication by Indiana. She has looked out of rhythm with the rest of the Indiana offense. Westbelt's first set to Ramelsberg, who's back in 2. And the 2 graduate transfers team up for a much-needed side-out point for Indiana. A 3-0 comeback. Brought it to a 5th after trailing 2-0. Chin finds Paydert.
It would certainly be a big change-up in the rotation for Aird. Technically, with Westbelt and Fitzner, you've got 2 setters on the court.
Right side in Chin, and there's set number 2 for Purdue. Maddie Chin finishes it, and the Boilers have taken a 2-0 lead. Jenna Otek to start the 3rd set for the Boilers. Westbeld over to the freshman Saris. Back set to Grace Cleveland, and the Boilers start it with a Cleveland kill.
Indiana and Purdue are relatively close. Indiana has 18 and Purdue now has 21. And yet there's such a stark contrast, mostly due to the blocks that Purdue's been putting up the whole game.
Took over as the lead setter last season for Indiana. Did not play on Friday night. Cam Hayworth played well, but Hayworth struggled today, and Westbeld back out there to start the third set.
It's a strong attempt by Ramelsberg there, came back, and it was a good receive from Indiana too.
That violation. You see Taylor Trammell there, the other middle blocker who led Purdue last season in blocks. She's barely had to play. Johnson has been so good. Out of system, Indiana again can't bring it over. Another reception error for the Hoosiers. Feels ill-afforded to fall behind by a significant margin in this third set if they have any hope of a comeback. You got to take it one set at a time. Ramelsberg. Push the back tap to Cleveland. Sarami digs it out. And again, Indiana just out of sorts offensively. Just looks like the Boilers have unnerved the younger Hoosiers today in Bloomington. Bush to Raven Colvin, the third string middle blocker, the freshman. The Boilermakers have made it look easy. Hornung the serve. Indiana out of the timeout, trying to find anything. They walled Grace Cleveland, rejects Brianna Edwards.
Well, Edwards has typically been someone that her team can look to pull through those kills and just be more of a calming presence on the court. And it seems like for the majority of the game, she really hasn't been all there.
Second set was back and forth until Purdue used a 6-0 run after the game had been tied at 11 to pull away. Right side, Newton, overpass, nice pancake by Sarami. Now Cleveland will try, and Sarami diving right, diving left.
But 23 of those are kills, and they only have 7 attack errors compared to Indiana's 19.
281 hitting percentage. Edwards finds a much-needed side-out point with the kill. Trying to complete a comeback. The question if Purdue would be a little bit hungover from their big win on Friday. The answer has been definitively no. Bush back to Cleveland out of the back row. Full heat over to Zumak.
Good receive by Hayworth, who's back in the game now.
And sent long by Cleveland. Hayworth, the jump serve. Right side, and Colvin, the freshman, sends it long. Raven Colvin into the game here in the third set. How many Indiana natives on this Purdue team? 10 players from the Hoosier States. As Newton gets the net cord, everything going the Boilers' way. Native of Muncie. Of course, the founder of Munciana Club Volleyball. Out of system, the Boilers can't get it over. Skimmerhorn was running out of room. Career here at IU, just 4 players from the state of Indiana. Only one in Hayworth that's gotten significant playing time this year. Punched over on the Boilers, over to Saris, and rejected. It's Trammell.
And bring her in an important game, even though they are still up 2-0.
Geddes. Joust at the net, won by Morgan Geddes. Colheed the serve. Newton out of the back row, dug out by Colheed. Geddes will have to chop it back over. Dumped into the net by Maddie Cook. Nearly an overpass. How creative was that by Haley Bush? It's muscle memory now for Bush.
Exactly. She's already got, coming into the game today, 347 assists for her team, which really says a lot about how much she's able to contribute to the success of everyone else on the court.
Bush will get a second straight serve. Native of Lexington, Kentucky this season with Purdue, as Ramelsberg with the tip finds some open space, point for IU. Bush's numbers are not too far behind Hilly's when you look at career assists, season assists, and even wins. Geddes. Another rejection. She averaged 1.6 blocks per set last year. That was 4th in Division I. Dale Johnson was the big factor early. It's been Trammell in the latter stage of this match. Dennis finds the sideline. Emily Fitzner, the sophomore from San Diego. Right side in Cleveland, overpass by Fitzner. We'll try Cleveland again. Edwards blocked by Trammell. Ramelsberg the chip. Good dig by Hornung. And finding the corner, Newton. Broadcaster for Purdue before, and he said, this team is tired of finishing 4th in the Big Ten, tired of losing the Elite Eight every year. They want more. Big Ten feels a little bit more wide open, too. Wisconsin, the unanimous pick to be champions after finishing undefeated last season in the Big Ten. A shocking loss to Maryland on Friday night. The Boilers with the win over Ohio State. Indiana running out of time for a comeback. Ramelsberg, dug out by Otek. Right side and Edwards. Otek, what a pancake. That one into the seats, though. Win or loss, Steve Aird will take solace in the crowd today. We haven't gotten final numbers, but I believe this will be the largest crowd in Wilkinson Hall history. Now in its 3rd season, just 2nd allowing fans, as Cleveland finishes the overpass.
And a tiny bit more, maybe.
Not much you can do if you can't pass, and the Hoosiers have mightily struggled at that today.
That they have.
Sideline missed by Ramelsberg. Edwards, funky angle, that one misses. The Hoosiers, with that mistake, fall into a negative hitting percentage.
Couldn't pull it through, but sending those across like that are what really catches the other team by surprise.
It's the big question for Indiana. Where is the offense going to come from, attacking-wise? Hoosiers haven't even given themselves a chance today. Their passing has been so poor. Purdue has been error-free. They've been dominant at the net, and they've shown just a wealth of talented players. Edwards. Warning. Ribeiro picks it up. Right side in Cleveland, still chugging away. Grace Cleveland with her 10th kill. 12 blocks on the day, hitting .224. Low hitting percentage for them on the season. They've been so good defensively, it hasn't mattered.
That's the nature of volleyball.
Colvin into the net. And Friday night at Holloway Gym up in West Lafayette. An absolute domination of your rival in a rowdy road atmosphere gives you a lot of trust that your team could do something special. Zumach with the block. Spike picked up from a railroad near Lafayette in the 80s, awarded to the winner of one match every season. Purdue is 4 points away from holding on to it for the 14th consecutive season. Zumach won't let the Hoosiers go down without a fight.
So it's not like, you look at the numbers and the total attacks and the attempts that IU has had. They're up there. They've got 92, 93 now, but they still can't get it done.
Hayworth, her 2nd service ace. You get battle tests in the Big Ten. Playing all these top 10 teams, we're going to learn. Eventually that's going to pay off as Hayward, a 2nd straight service ace. 2 straight service aces by Cam Hayworth. Hit the 3rd set a little bit tighter, and Hayworth has a 3rd straight service ace. My goodness. It was 21-11 a couple minutes ago. No ace here. It's one step cleared by Purdue. Newton sends it over. 7-0 run by Indiana. Saris out of the back row. What a dig by Otek. Over to Cleveland. Mock has to just play it back over. Purdue right side and Caitlin Newton. And there is the side out point for Purdue that they needed. He's not going to get rattled easily. Loudest Wilkinson Hall has been. Over 2,000 have packed into the north side of Bloomington's campus today. Edwards. That's right into the arms of Dave Shondell. The Hoosiers with the side out point to stay alive. Ashley Zuloff in to serve. Hoosiers out of system, can't create it. It was Bush again with the uncharacteristic little sneaky chip. And the Boilers a point away from taking back the Monat spike. Saris Set right side for Cleveland. Saris will try again. Back row and rejected. Ramelsberg with a ferocious rejection. She staves off one set point.
But that's really, she has a big impact on the team when she's on the court and playing well.
Hoosiers will have to stave off 4 more set points, match points. Right side, Cleveland dug out by Sarami. Edwards out of the back row. Right side, and Cleveland, and there it is. The Monon spike will stay in West Lafayette as the Boilers come into Bloomington and dominate the Hoosiers.